What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Monday Night Raw review. As you see, I got the championship, got the belt. Why is it a little up a little bit? There we go. So yeah, you get a little bit better view of the Raw shirt. But yeah. There we go. All right. So they started off with a recap of what happened last week. But this would bring out Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso, who basically, Jey came out first. And he basically came out to welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw to talk about CM Punk, where he might land, and that it will be, if he chooses Raw, he said if you want everybody, he asked everybody in Cleveland if we want to see CM Punk come to Raw. And yes, it was in my hometown, Cleveland, right here in Cleveland. Wish I could have went to it. Cause I wanted, my goal is to give y'all one of these reviews coming live from being in the arena live. I want to be able to say what I thought of the show as being there, because there are two differences of watching it on TV and being there live. And I can tell you from a personal experience of actually going to one of these shows, that is, and I mean Monday Night Raw, not a house show, but Monday Night Raw. I went to 2 Monday Night Raws. Being there and watching it on TV, you get 2 different feelings. And even if it look like even a boring show could be fun when you're there. But I digress. I'm getting off track. But you get the point. Being there versus watching it is kind of better being there. But yeah, Jey went to talking about after everybody said yeet to also he got yeet back. After everybody said that, he went to talk about Drew McIntyre and what he did to Sammy, and that they lost Sammy and don't know how long Sammy's going to be out. But this would bring out Drew McIntyre, who says that because Jey Uso said that he said something about how Drew McIntyre attacked him, he attacked Seth, he attacked Sammy, and that what he did wasn't right, and that Drew came out and said, you know what, you're right. Like, out of everybody who I did attack, Sammy was the one who didn't deserve it, kinda. He said that he's going to make an apology, and even though he said even though you did run your mouth a lot, and then you made a mistake of talking about my family, and that was crossed the line. Still, I left you with one good leg, but he acknowledged that he shouldn't have done what he did anyway, and that he apologized. And then told Jey, see, that's how you make an apology. Like, it's not pretty, but I did it. So he would go on to criticize Jey for coming back here into Raw. He's like doing all this with fake apologies and all that type of stuff. Things all is forgiven. But Jey would cut him off, saying that you don't do it like that. But that if everybody want to see Drew get this yeet down, everybody give me a yeet, and they did, which signals the start of the match, which is the first match of the night. Drew McIntyre versus Jey Uso. And this was a good match. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good opener. Good spots. I like the fact that we got to see the spear and the splash. Drew kicked out of that. We got some near falls that was pretty good. But in the end, Drew McIntyre do some underhanded tactics. He took like the covering off the turnbuckle. And when the referee was distracted, when he seen that, that's when we got the spear, because he had speared Drew, who would try to give him the Claymore afterwards. After he took the turnbuckle covering off, Drew went over there to give Jey the Claymore, but he got speared for it, but he kicked out. Referee finally seen it, and during that distraction, he would give a thumb to Jey Uso's eye, and then Claymore Jey Uso for the victory. Pretty good, solid match. I really enjoyed it. Can't say nothing more about that. We did get a sighting of the of the replica belt they used for the Cleveland Browns. I thought it'd be the Cavaliers, but they used it for the Cleveland Browns instead. The next match would be a Maxine Dupree versus Rhea Ripley. But before that, we got a promo with Rhea Ripley and Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest going at it about them not being there in the failures of Judgment Day. But she gets everybody straight and tells them that, hey, we got to show them that we're Judgment Day and put some respect back into these people, because people are starting to disrespect them, and that she's going to go out there and show the world, make an example out of Maxine Dupree. And that's what she pretty much did. She made an example out of Maxine Dupree. But this match was unique in the sense that I don't know how to feel about it. And the reason why I don't know what to feel about this match, I don't know where to say this was a sloppy match, but because it felt as though, yeah, it was botches, but it was mostly from Maxine Dupree. And I don't know if this. It felt like Maxine Dupree was doing the botches on purpose. So maybe it was. I don't know if this was like a botch, but it was like a planned botch. I don't know if this was a planned botch or this was a legit botch, and that it was just worked into Maxine Dupree's favor. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how to feel about this, because this was it was weird. I felt, because it didn't feel like it was a legit botch. Yes, and then it did. It's like, well, is it a legit botch or not? Like, did she? What is happening here? Like, I don't understand. So there was that. But other than that, this match, Maxine, she got some decent offense. The match wasn't okay. It was sloppy because of the botches. But then again, like I said, I don't understand if these botches were legit botches or not. But Maxine Dupree would get a riptide, and then she would get put to that Cobra Leaf-like submission, and Rhea Ripley would win via submission. And the Ivana, the girl that be with the Creed brothers, she was there at ringside, and when Rhea Ripley wouldn't let go to send a message, she stepped in the ring to basically tell Rhea to back off, and Rhea taunted her with the title. So I don't know if that's another reason why I don't know if this was done on purpose, to like maybe set up Ivana versus Rhea Ripley. I would be interested in that. I was way more interested in that than this match. And like I said, this match was like sloppy. Like Maxine, like you could tell she missed like her cues and stuff. But then again, it kind of went with like the story, because when one of the botches that you could tell, it got to me, because one of the botches was the same botch twice. Rhea was going off for the powerbomb, which is supposed to be the setup for Maxine reversing it, but Rhea couldn't get Maxine on up to her shoulders, so they had to try to do it again. And the second time she almost couldn't do it again, but then she got her up there, and then Maxine was supposed to do like a hurricanrana into the turnbuckle, but it was sloppy. And then Rhea turns around. What the hell was that? Like in character. So I'm like, was this planned for it to be sloppy like this? I don't know. But moving on, because I don't want this hill to be long. CM Punk promo time. So it was time for CM Punk to make his decision, and he went into some stories beforehand about what happens or the result of what happened 10 years ago. Fun fact: the reason why with CM Punk returning this Monday Night Raw, which was just going to be another edition of Monday Night Raw, was now an anniversary edition of Monday Night Raw. And the reason why it was an anniversary edition, for those who don't know, this was the exact place that CM Punk walked out on WWE on. CM Punk was supposed to be, it was a Monday Night Raw that was here in Cleveland. CM Punk was advertised for it. And that would be the day we found out that CM Punk walked out, or wherever, the stuff that went down, CM Punk would be no longer a part of WWE. That he walked out on WWE. And they leaned into that, and so he told the story, the consequences that happened when he met a young fan backstage who told him that she was disappointed of what Punk did, and that because she was one of the people who paid money, or her parents did, paid money because she really wanted to see CM Punk, and was disappointed that CM Punk wasn't there because you left WWE that day. And he would go to talk about how when he understood that, because he was a fan too, was disappointed with his story with Roddy Piper. He said he seen him in WCW and he was disappointed as a fan, so that he understood where she came from, and then he understood that maybe she wasn't the only one, and that he apologized to the people who might have been there now in attendance or at home watching attendance who was there 10 years ago when he left. He apologized for what he did, because he realized, I might have disappointed you guys who came to see me. But then he got to making his decision, and he ran down like what he could go to NXT to help to shape the new. He hanged out with Shawn Michaels to go to NXT, to possibly go to NXT and help shape the next generation of superstars. He could go to SmackDown or Rumble with the Bloodline, or he could stay here on Monday Night Raw. But given the fact that we all saw it coming, it was obvious. There was no, first of all, there was no Nick and Shawn Michaels with contracts. There was only Adam Pearce with the Raw contract, and Monday Night Raw, the same place that he walked out of, and he even mentioned, I walked out of Monday Night Raw in WWE right here in Cleveland, and I'm walking right back into WWE right here in Cleveland. And what better place is the same show that he walked out on? So he's gonna re-sign with Monday Night Raw to complete the full circle. In his celebration of that, Seth Rollins will come out. They'll have a stare down. And doing this, after having a stare down for about 2 or 3 minutes, Seth Rollins got the microphone and said, and welcome not only Cleveland but CM Punk to Monday Night Rollins. And then told CM Punk that he was fortunate. He don't know, well, he's not fortunate. He don't know how fortunate he is to be able to stand here in this ring again. But to do him a favor, don't ever, because in his promo before he signed it, he said that he was going to sign with Raw, and that CM Punk is back home, or Monday Night Raw is his home. And Seth Rollins responded to this by telling him that don't ever again say that this is your home. He said, this is not your home, this is my home. And that those guys in the back, those are my brothers and sisters, and that he said, everybody's watching at home, everybody's here in attendance, and everybody around the world, those are that's his family, and he'll do everything, and he'll do any and everything in his power to protect them and this home from people like him. And that Punk himself, he said he wanted to make it very clear, so that, because he's all worked up, he's all riled up, he wanted to make it very clear, I hate you. He said, but since you are here and you are going to be on Monday Night Raw, he said two things are either going to happen. Either you're going to implode, so everybody who you truly are, that everybody know that who you truly are, the true colors, and he'll be the first one to slam the door shut on him again, or he do the unthinkable, the unimaginable, and really have changed. Okay, I forgot to. He also said something about CM Punk slandering him. I forgot that part of the promo. He said that CM Punk slandered when you left and abandoned this place, and for the next 10 years, all you did was slander him and everybody else in the back, and try to shut this place down. And now you want to walk back and say this is a home. He said that's when he said this is not your home, this is my home. And that's when he started saying to everybody who was his family and stuff like that. But he said if you could do the unthinkable and so that you truly have changed, well, maybe you find yourself on the other side of the ring, standing across from him in a World Heavyweight Championship match one day. And he's still gonna be able to. He said, and I still prove to everybody that you're a fraud and that I am the best in the world. And CM Punk told Seth that this is his one freebie to disrespect him like that and him not come at him. But he told him that he said that since we here making things official, he said we're gonna make things official that he's gonna enter in the Royal Rumble because he never asked for anything to be handed to him, and he have a stubborn way of doing things the hard way. So he's gonna make things official, and that he's gonna enter the Royal Rumble. And then when CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble, referring to himself in the third person, maybe it's Seth Rollins that he go after next. Good promo. This was a very good promo, and it was one promo after that was better, that was just as good. Oh wow, 15 minutes. Okay, here we go. Speed run, because it's 15 minutes. I'm trying to make this not a long video. After that, we got a Bronson Reed versus Ivar, which was a good match. It was a good match. Two big meaty men going at it. They had some good spots, but it wasn't a long one. But they had some good spots, and the best one being the superplex that got Bronson Reed the victory off the top rope. But like I said, a very good match between them. Probably not over with the way how this match ended. Then we got a Judgment Day in-ring promo with them reminding everybody about who they are and for all of them to rise and stay still the dominant faction. This would bring out R-Truth to interrupt them. And he said, R-Truth with his comedical sense, saying that he was talking about how they actually got locks. They locked the front door and the back door, and how they not invite him to a Christmas party. And Damian Priest would say that he actually get it now. He get why people here in attendance and watching at home and around the world likes R-Truth. He get why everybody in the back likes R-Truth. He even get why his friend Balor likes R-Truth. And Finn Balor said, "Yeah, I like you." He gets why everybody likes him. He said, "I don't like him," but I don't like you. And drops his mic and they attack R-Truth. This will bring out the Creed brothers to fend off at least all four men of Judgment Day by themselves without R-Truth, because R-Truth would just stay down for the count. But yeah, this was a good little showing for the Creed brothers, and they was going to handle the Creed brothers. Because he said they did say that whether you're a returning star, a star they dealt with before, or the Creed brothers, it wouldn't make no difference. But that's when R-Truth came out. Good promo. We got another match with Katana Chance and Kaden Carter versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. This was a good match too, but I want to point out that this match was hindered only because the crowd wasn't into it. I actually enjoyed seeing them on TV, and they actually are a good legit tag team. But we need more of these type of matches. We need more of these matches to build up the tag team division for the women, because this was a good match. It was only hindered by the fact that nobody cares about these people because WWE doesn't use them enough. And now we're starting to use them enough, so we need to use them more. We got a beautiful video package for Katana Chance and Candy Carter. I love that video package for them, because it's showing that they taking them seriously now. They taking the tag team division seriously. I don't know if this is a way to try to get back Sasha Banks, but that's a video for another time. They had a pretty good tag team match, which ended with Katana Chance and Candy Carter getting the victory. Like I said, a good match. They end up getting themselves a tag team championship match against Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, who was out there ringside for next week. Becky Lynch would come out and cut a promo on Nia Jax, who basically said that she reminded everybody why she wants to go after Nia Jax, and she showed the video package of what happened 5 years ago with that punch that sent Becky on the upward trajectory of her career, becoming the man Becky Lynch, the superstar that she is now. But she said there's a problem. There's a lie going around. There's a notion going around that she's only who she is because of Nia's punch. And she said she wanted to kill that. This would bring out Nia, who would basically taunt Becky, saying that Becky needs her. that she get it, that you need me, because you need me to prove to these people, to yourself, and to everybody around the world that your career is not based off of one lucky punch, that she never even got she never got fully the contact of, that she didn't get the full force of, because she told Becky, imagine I had you standing right in front of me and I get to hit you with the full force of my punch, you're not getting back up. But you need me. You need to prove that I'm not the woman who made the man. This made Becky upset. Said that she want Nia Jax to shut the hell up, and that she didn't just come here to cut a promo and look for Nia. She also came for a fight, and she tried to taunt Nia into hitting her again. And Nia, though like she wanted to do it, she said, "You know what? You need this more than I do." Playing mind games with Becky. This was a good promo. I kind of rushed through it a little bit, rushed over some things, but this was a good promo. By far the second best promo of the whole night, because it really cemented a rivalry between the two, and that I've been looking forward to seeing, because they never really got the chance to do it. Just like that's why I say it was ironic, given the fact that Seth Rollins and them had the other best promo, and that Seth is Becky's husband. So there's that. Imperium had a match with DIY with a 6-man tag, with them having a mysterious partner. But we all know the mysterious partner ended up just being The Miz. We already knew that. I knew it was going to be The Miz, because they're here in Cleveland. They're not about to have a Raw in Cleveland without The Miz having a match. And he played the babyface well here. I actually enjoyed this babyface run of The Miz more than I did his previous babyface run, because it didn't really do nothing with it. He was just a babyface, but this one felt more genuine, because he was a heel going up against a heel, but the heel disrespecting him, and that turns him into a babyface. And he actually have a better matches now. So I'm kind of interested to see where they're going with this, but they had a good 6-man tag team match with DIY and The Miz getting the victory here. Of course, they were going to give the two Cleveland homeboys the victory, and I love the spot where both Johnny Gargano and The Miz teamed up to have like this double DDT, and then they stood there while the crowd cheered for the two Cleveland native boys. But yeah, this was a good fun match that got over the two Cleveland boys. But afterwards, The Miz will go up to Gunther and challenge him for another Intercontinental Championship match, which Gunther said, you know what, you're a pain in my... But then he thought about it, he was like, you know what, no, I'm going to give you your match on one condition. If I beat you, you can never challenge for this glorious, beautiful Intercontinental Championship as long as I'm champion. Miz said, done. Then we got the main event, which is Shinsuke Nakamura versus Cody Rhodes. And this was a good match by far. A good match between the two. A genuine build-up heat between the two. There was a promo earlier where Shinsuke Nakamura had like a video package promo talking about how Cody said he didn't respect him and stuff like that. But that he was going to end Cody Rhodes' story here tonight, and to tell Cody, you remember you asked for this. But this was a good match, very good match between the two. Unfortunately, it ended in a DQ, so I'm guessing this rivalry is still going to continue on into probably the Rumble. I don't know. But this was a good match between the two, but it ended in a DQ where, which is, I want to point this out too, because it's weird that this is considered a DQ, but they don't say it's a DQ. Or maybe because I don't think Asuka actually did this in a one-on-one match. But what I'm talking about is it ended in a DQ because Shinsuke Nakamura missed it. Cody Rhodes, when Cody Rhodes was getting ready to do the crossroads, he reversed it, missed it, Cody Rhodes, and called for a disqualification. So I'm like, wait a minute, that's a disqualification? Asuka's been missing people on SmackDown and haven't been disqualified. Then I thought about it, I'm like, had Asuka actually done it in a one-on-one match? I think she only done the matches she done in there was all matches that it was like no disqualification, or it was like matches that where you could do that and not get disqualified. So I'm like, I don't think she actually done it in a one-on-one, or she done it just like in promos attacking people. But yeah, that would get Shinsuke Nakamura disqualified. He started attacking Cody Rhodes and was getting ready to use a chair on Cody Rhodes, but the Creed brothers would come and make the save for Cody, and they'll try to help Cody out the ring, but Shinsuke Nakamura would come back and attack Cody once again before finally leaving to end the show. This was a good Monday Night Raw. I enjoyed it. For the most part, it was good. It was a good, like, I didn't have, it was like, pretty much that Maxine Dupree match. It was the only match that was like kind of like I'm indifferent about because I just still don't know how to feel about it. But I'm gonna give it, just because I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10 big ups because I don't know how to feel about that. This was a good solid 8 show, but they had one little blemish with that match, and but maybe this is leading to Maxine Dupree being taken seriously as a competitor. Right now, it's just like she was a gimmick character. But you let me know in the comments down below what you thought, and if you enjoyed my review of Monday Night Raw, you can hit this button right here for all of my WWE reviews. And if you enjoyed the video so much you want to support the channel, you know what to do, guys. Hit those buttons because it helps the channel grow, and my channel is growing. It has grew 1 new subscriber, so thank you for subscribing and welcome to the tribe. And as always, hit any one of these videos for more of my amazing content. Like I said, subscribe, share, do all those great things. Let's grow together, guys. Peace.